Aloha, you can call me Craw, and welcome to day 3 of my daily LEGO vlog as we talk about sorting, organization, and other things. Today's topic is actually going to be based upon a question that I received in a YouTube comment earlier. This came from Drake LV4, I'm assuming level 4 Drake. Recently said, I recently got a 10 kilogram bag of LEGO, mostly Ninjago, funnily enough. I really like your process for cleaning and sorting. Mahalo, I greatly appreciate that, friend. Currently got some storage for the pieces, but it's not nearly enough. Any recommendations on storing them when space challenged? My hope is to rebuild the original sets, and then afterwards to make some custom stuff. First off, I think that's awesome. I look forward to seeing the types of stuff that you get to do with that. Hopefully you will share it on your channel, all that wonderful stuff, so thank you very much. Let me walk you through kind of my thought process and how I got to where I am, because maybe that can help it give you some ideas. First things first, like most LEGO enthusiasts, I start things off with small parts organizers. I got these from Home Depot. It's just little bins that you can store your pieces in. Sometimes you only have a couple, sometimes you have a lot. And it's kind of a very quick, easy way to pull it out. This particular box was all snot related pieces, so pieces that would help me with some connectors, snot pieces, other ones. That's how I kind of organized it. It was good and it worked for a while, but kept finding limitations to this particular system. When I would have particularly only a couple pieces of a part, it felt awkward to have all of this empty space there, so I would then combine, and then I'd forget how I combined them, because sometimes I'd be like, oh, this piece, this is a brick, and I'd go try to find it in my brick one, and I couldn't find it, and so it just created redundancies and created confusion. That's one of the reasons why I went away from this. This is an example of an underutilized system for it. As you can see, there's a lot of dead space, particularly in here, and some of them I have 3 whole pieces in this one box. Sometimes I even combined them because I only had one of these, and then one of these, and so I would combine them into there, and I'd forget that I combined them, and sometimes you'd find them other places. But again, that's just part of the reasons why I went away from this. Some people also use these the types of small part containers they would pull out from like the wall. You would often see those in like hardware stores if you ever went to go buy some nuts and bolts, like individual nuts and bolts. A lot of people use those. Yeah. A third type of small parts organizer, which I actually kind of liked, I just never got around to buying enough of them, is this one. Same concept, but this time you can pull out the boxes that you're using. So you can like put it on the ground, take it with you. You can dump them out easily. That was one of the limitations to this one, is you couldn't do that as well. I got this from Amazon. I really do like it. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. Probably for actual small parts for like building things. I don't know, but I do like this over the ones I got from Home Depot. I just got the ones from Home Depot first. Otherwise, I would have gone with much more of these. Now, because your particular comment had addressed the idea of trying to restore the set, these type of containers still can be really useful to you. And the reason why I'm showing you this one is this is me trying to restore a Hagrid's hut set from Harry Potter. And inside of it, you can see I have all the pieces that I've collected so far. And they're organized by part type. So here are some plates, here are some slopes, here are some bricks, big bricks. It allows me to keep them all, the things I'm together, in one of these, as opposed to throwing them like one bag and then having to sort them later. So considering I have like 20 of these, and I'm eventually going to have 20 empty of them because I'm just not going to be using them for the original purchase, I probably will be utilizing something like this a lot more for projects, LEGO related projects. Like I do a lot of ballasting for my train tracks, which you can see behind there. So to have one of these that's just for the ballasting pieces, that would be very useful because it would be for very specific tasks. I could see value in that as opposed to integrating that into the whole collection. Okay. I had to respond to a message from my wife about getting Chipotle for dinner tonight. It is a fundraiser for my kids' middle school. One of the things that I do want to talk about is how do I store my pieces now? Because I do not store them in the small parts organizers. As you know, I store them inside of bags by actual piece. And then I store those in a big box like this, just because I happen to have them. This is not ideal because, as you can see, digging through here to find the one bag you need can be kind of painful. I find I end up just dumping this entire bag out on the table, search through, find what I need, and then throw them all back in here. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but it's what I currently have. But I do want to talk about what I want to go towards, work towards. First thing I was thinking of is getting some of these IKEA shelves with the little plastic bins that you can pull in out. They're about the right size to fit underneath my Lego table. My Lego table, I could fit 6 of those underneath. I could fit 4 in the middle and then 1 under each side. And just do the math of $80 times 6 if I went the cheapest route. And me personally, I was going more with the nice wood ones, which are made out of actual pine as opposed to the particle board. And I was going with the wire baskets. So it's much more like 160 per each one. And because I wanted to go with all the small ones, it just kept adding up and up. And I was looking at almost $1,000 worth of storage underneath my desk. And I just kept saying, I don't know if that's really the right solution for the problem that I'm having. So, of course, because that's just very expensive to go down that route if you're not going to end up using it. So what I'm actually leaning towards now is using filing cabinets. I have 5 or 6 already myself. And I also, good place to find them is you can go to Government Deals. It's a website to help people buy surplus government equipment. You just come here, you do search for what you're looking for, and it will show you all the ones available. If you want to filter it to something that's close to you, because unless you happen to be in Warrenton, Virginia, it's going to be very hard to get this $5 cabinet. I find that being close to a state capital really helps. One of the closer ones to me is the state capital in Albany, New York. So if we filter to that, as you can see, within 25 miles of Albany, we have 4 different options to choose from. These are lateral files, which I think are really good for filings. I don't know how good they are for the purpose, because I think at that point, you might as well just get shelves, because how a lateral file is going to work is it's going to pull out this way, and I don't imagine this will be very good for what I need it to be. Whereas something more along the lines of this would be huge. I mean, just look at these. Let's blow that up. Look at those small little drawers. Those would be nice and flat. You can fit a ton of bags in each one of those drawers. I think that's phenomenal. Something like this also would work. Because, again, you're talking about a lot of drawers. You may have to put some dividers, build some dividers to go in there with it. But I think that this, again, for currently $10 for whoever that lucky bidder is going to be, is going to have a shit ton of storage compared to $150 for that one. If I was more worried about what my world looked like, I probably would go with this. But yeah, that's just kind of what I was thinking there. If you don't want to go this used route or you're struggling with that, you can always get filing cabinets from other places. You can go to used surplus office equipment. And there's various different websites where you can get pre-owned office equipment from. If you want to buy brand new equipment, it's pretty steep, $400 for like a standard filing cabinet. So again, look at this. This is 4 of those for 10 versus one of these for 400. Although if you buy 2 or more, you can get down to 415. I hope that helped. I hope that answered some of the questions you're looking for. I think at the end of the day, the solution that's going to work best for you is the solution that meets your needs. I am a person who believes in the Marie Kondo philosophy of life of only keeping things that spark joy. So you have to ask yourself, what is the best way for your Lego collection to spark joy for you in the two things that you want to use it for, which is restoring existing sets and then doing some mock buildings. Those may be two different approaches, but I recommend you just kind of play around and find what works best for you. Mahalo for listening, friends.